LSU wide receiver Justin Jefferson, the junior, coming off a massive breakout campaign that saw him haul in 111 passes, 1,540 yards, 18 touchdowns. He's likely to go in the first round come late April, but we here at PFF might see it a little bit differently. Let's kick it off with some of the pros. Jefferson's ball skills and the way he attacks the football in the air is outstanding. This past season, he went 12 of 13 in contested situations. That was the highest rate of anyone in this draft class. You consistently see him, even when no one's around him, extending his arms, plucking the ball out of the air. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see a guy body catching, especially over the middle of the field. That's how you get a lot of balls popped up in the air and get picked off by defenders. So he's very good ball skills. That's going to translate to the next level. He's also very crafty as a route runner over the middle of the field. He knows how to manipulate space between him and defenders, set them up for where he wants to go. He's very patient as a route runner, not very straight line. He knows how to get open and use those loose hips of his to then cut on a dime. So that's going to be something that translates to the NFL as well. And then you saw it, in the national championship game. He's pretty dang good after the catch. 24 broken tackles this season on 111 catches. He's hard to pin down in space. So that skill set, that's why he was so productive this past season. But there are some reasons to worry when projecting all that production to the NFL level. Let's get to the cons. I think the biggest con on his tape comes back in 2018, and it's the fact that year he was an outside receiver and wasn't nearly as productive as this past season when he ran almost all of his routes from the slot. As an outside receiver, you just didn't see the same level of separation. So he benefited a lot kind of from that role in the LSU offense. Everyone talks about how Joe Brady transformed this team, and he was probably, in my opinion, Justin Jefferson, the biggest beneficiary in terms of he racked up a majority of his yardage on over routes, deep digs, routes where he wasn't going one-on-one against a defender, where he was finding a hole in the zone. Now, he's very good at doing that, but that's not something that necessarily is a valuable skill at the next level. The valuable skill is being able to beat man coverage, and we just didn't see that. All his big numbers were not a production, were not a product of his ability to separate on his own this past season. Also, he had the highest percentage of on-target throws of any wide receiver in the country. So Joe Burrow's accuracy really helped to inflate those sort of numbers. Would not have had those if he was playing at some rougher quarterback situations around college football. My player comp for him is Marvin Jones, the Detroit Lions wide receiver, formerly of the Cincinnati Bengals. Jones's sort of ability to make plays through contact, despite being a little bit skinnier of a wide receiver, and also still make plays down the football field, is I think what you're going to see from Justin Jefferson. He is great in those contested situations, despite not having your quintessential contested situation sort of wide receiver body, and also those loose hips to be able to cut on dimes. That's what we've seen from Marvin Jones at the NFL level. I think that's what you'll see from Justin Jefferson. So the bottom line for him is that we're a tad bit lower on him than the majority. Not a first-round grade at this point in the process. But that's not writing him off by any means, just as saying we haven't seen what we believe is the most valuable aspect of the wide receiver position. Think all that production he had, some of it to be a little bit inflated by the scheme by having Joe Burrow there. So there's a talent. If you put him in the slot at the NFL level, there's no doubt you're going to have a great slot receiver, but that's just not what we're coveting in the first round.
You want to get rid of me and get back to more great PFF YouTube content? All you have to do is push that button right there and subscribe. Thanks for watching.